Hey guys, today we got the chance to talk to Uzbekistan's very own BEKTEMIR MELIKUZIEV. The bully went in depth regarding his 200 amateur knockouts, wanting to fight Callum Smith and Canelo, plus shared his thoughts regarding the exhibition fight between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Let's take a look.
Albatta, hozir ana shu 28 kuni jangim belgilandi. Bunga tayyorgarliklar juda ham yaxshi bo'lyapti. O'ylaymanki, shu murabbiylarimiz bilan albatta o'zi shundoq ana shu 4-5 oy pandemiya sabab bo'y bo'lmadi. Albatta xursandman ana shunday bo'y tashkillab berganidan. Albatta razon bo'ldim bo'yga. Mana shu menejerlarimizga albatta murabbiylarimizga rahmat aytaman.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. I'm very happy with the fight happening, and I haven't fought for probably 5 or 6 months, and it's a big honor for me to be in the first wave coming back. Thank you to my management and my promoters for making it happen. Fighting a very tough, durable guy. The guy just went the distance with two top prospects of Golden Boy, and I know why they're giving me the guy. They want me to stop him, and I'll do my best to make it happen.
Is that the goal, to not only beat him but stop him and not only put a super middleweight division on notice?
Ну и нокаутировать его и заявить о себе в дивизии, как дивизионе.
Albatta nokaut bilan yutish darajasini qo'yyapman. Xohlayman.
There's no other option but win, and of course I'm always looking for the stoppage. It's not like obviously things happening, but winning like is the only one option, and knockout I'm always going to look for the knockout.
Definitely. You, obviously in the super middleweight division you have the champions, but you have other contenders also, like you mentioned, within Golden Boy. Do you think you have to not only beat Alan Campa but also potentially fight a David Lemieux before you get a world title opportunity?
В этом дивизионе очень много претендентов, и ты считаешь, что ты должен не только побить Алана Кампу, чтобы получить бой за титул, но и, может быть, побить Дэвида Лемью. Это канадец, которого... Что ты считаешь?
Hozir shuni albatta menga nima qilishdi. Endi menga albatta farqi yo'q. Endi qaysi bilan chiqsa ham, qanchalik tez bo'lgani yaxshi albatta. Albatta u bilan chiqishga ham o'ylaymanki tayyorman.
Of course, there are a lot of contenders, and as in any division, in this division there are 5 champions, and that makes 5 times more contenders. But obviously, I'll fight anybody. David Lemieux, my team asked for this fight to be made for this fight, August 28th. David Lemieux is a great fighter and nothing but respect, but to me it's nothing personal. I just want the title fight, and I'll fight whoever is on my way. Obviously the biggest name is the best for me, but one step at a time. My management and my promoters are doing their best at this situation, a pandemic. It's really hard to make fights happen, but I'm ready, and I'm positive that I'll fight maybe Lemieux, but whoever it will be, I'll fight. To me, there is absolutely no difference, and also weight is no difference. I'll fight 168. I'll fight 175. I can make 160 still, but not a big difference.
Yeah. After your last fight, when you knocked out Oscar Cortez in the first round, your trainer, Joel Diaz, said that if Canelo needed an opponent, that you would be willing and ready to face him. At that time, that was going to be May 2nd. Now that he doesn't have an opponent, if you don't get that Lemieux fight, I would imagine you will put Canelo at the top of your hit list.
После боя крайнего, когда нокаутировал соперника, Джоэль сказал, что если у Канело не будет боя ни с кем, то Бек, если что, готов с Канело подраться. Ты самый большой для тебя бой это Канело или кто-то еще?
Albatta, murabbiyimiz shundaydi-da, men shu Canelo deb bilaman hozirgi kunda. Albatta, Canelo eng yaxshi raqib.
I remember, yes, Joel said so. But the thing is that I understand that Canelo is the biggest name in the sport right now, and it's funny to talk about him. Of course, I would fight him. I'll fight him anytime and anywhere, you know. But it's funny for me to challenge someone like Canelo. I would love to challenge the champions that are reasonable that I'm moving into. You know, it's like Callum Smith and those guys. Like that's the fight that possibly can happen within a year. But Canelo, yes, it is the fight that I'm looking for, and he is my top guy, my top target. But I do understand that he's the biggest name in the sport of boxing.
He did mention Colin Smith, the WWE super middleweight champion, one of the best fighters at that weight class. How would a fight between him and Colin Smith play out?
Бойцов в этом весе. Как бы ваш бой с ним сложился по стилю?
Albatta, judayam qiziqarli bo'ladi. Butun hamma shu boks muxlislari buni albatta kutadi. Albatta, demak, judayam yaxshi jang bo'ladi. Albatta, men uchun albatta nima deydi, stili ham hammasi mana shu judayam to'g'ri keladi. Xohlayman albatta mana shunday kuchlilar bilan albatta jang o'tkazishni albatta.
He's a great fighter, the biggest guy in the division, the tallest guy in the division. Brings a lot of power, has a lot of fans, has the belt. What else do you need for the fight? People will be excited for this fight. As far as clash of styles, I believe that he fits me really well. I don't see anything I would kind of like have much trouble with him. I think that I'm a better boxer. No disrespect to him. I just feel that I'm faster, better boxer with equal or maybe more power than he does have. And style-wise, I think that that would be a great matchup. It would be a great fight, exciting fight. But I see myself beating him.
That definitely would be a great matchup between you two guys. Obviously, you're from Uzbekistan. You made the move last year to the States. Has it been difficult, that transition going to India in the desert, working with Tonio and Joel Diaz?
Ехал. Было ли тяжело переезд вот этот сюда в Америку? Тяжело ли тебе здесь, как бы в Индию? Каково в Индию вообще?
Albatta ana shu Indiya judayam yomon shahar emas, yaxshi shahar. Albatta judayam yaxshi ko'raman. Sog'indim buni albatta. O'zbekistonga borganda albatta sog'inaman bu shaharni, chunki mana shu mashg'ulotlarga ham, har musobaqaga tayyorlanish ham, birga to'pla qilish ham judayam yaxshi bu yerda. Albatta va albatta Indiya judayam yaxshi men uchun. Albatta.
I'll be honest, there was absolutely no difficulties with me with transition here in India. India is a great place. Probably a lot of, even in the United States, don't even know where is India. It's right next to Palm Springs. It's a great place. It's very quiet. It's very calm, very relaxed. People are super nice, humble. Mostly Mexicans here. Mexicans are same mentality as us. We understand and looking at the things the same way. Joel and Antonio are making things very comfortable for us here. And even when I'm going home, I'm missing India. I'm missing being here. The training, the attitude here is just great. You know, like great camp, great people in camp. My friends are here from Uzbekistan. My fellows from the national team, Madrimov, Ahmad Aliyev, and the other guys. So India, very good. No, absolutely no problem with being here. Love it.
Yeah, you guys have a great camp with those mentions. Avgadayev, who just became a world champion, and Israel Madrimov, who's at that cusp of winning a world title as well. Obviously, the nickname "the Bully" does that nickname originate from Uzbekistan, or is that something that you picked up here in India?
Круто, что ты здесь там с Ахмадалиевым, с Мадримовым, вы там, скорее всего, сейчас все завоюете титулы, как бы, но как бы круто. А прозвище Були, оно идет из Узбекистана или уже его здесь придумано? Расскажи всю историю, как бы, что из хулиганства и что здесь ну, как с этим бойцовским всем.
Albatta, shu nima deydi, shu she'rlarni Murodjon Ahmadaliyev, Madrimov albatta nima deydi, birga bu yerda tayyorgarlik ko'rib boryapmiz. Mana chempion bo'ldi Murodjon, Isroil mana yaqinda chempion jangi chiqdi. Albatta men ham xohlayman shunday chiqsa. Albatta bu bulli bu yerga kelgandan keyin albatta bu murabbiylarimiz haqiqatan shu udarimni nima deydi, qattiq deb nima qilib, shu nimalar albatta mana shunday bulliga o'xshaysan, haligi turishlaring, nimalaring, haligi o'zbekchada bu nima deydi, shu dahshatli ringda dahshatli degan ma'noni bildiradi. Albatta menga ham nima deydi, mana shu yoqdi, mana shu nimada hozir o'xshab ketadi.
Yeah, so MJ and Madrimov, yeah, it's just a small part of our team here. We have like 8 guys here. Everyone is pushing everyone, and it's really good to have them. We've been together for the last 15 years, training side by side and fighting, you know. So it's, of course, it's more than a pleasure. It's my family and stuff like that. As far as nickname, it's a funny story. The nickname I had in Uzbekistan, they were always calling me hooligan. So because I always was a little bit of trouble, you know, and getting into the fights all the time and stuff like that. Not being too aggressive, but it's just it's the way it is over there. And when I got here, they called the coaches first couldn't name my style anyhow. They couldn't find the right name for my style because I'm very aggressive, you know, and I'm like jumping in and out and trying, you know, to make it a fight and stuff like that. And then someone compared me to I build like my shoulders and everything build like the bull American bullies, dogs, you know, like the Staffords, pit bulls, and there's a short one, bulls, and then they were like, so you were a hooligan and you're built like a bulldog, so that's what it is. We found this bully, and that's how it just, you know, I get stuck with this bully, and I mean it's not in the negative way as you know, bullying, but I am the bully in the ring, you know, and that's how it played out.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that bully style in the ring. Another person who was considered a bully in boxing is Mike Tyson, who's returning for an exhibition bout against Roy Jones Jr. Was he a fan of either fighters growing up?
Да, они видят стиль такой хулиганистый в ринге. Сейчас еще кто был известен таким булли раньше, это Майк Тайсон. Сейчас он возвращается в бою против Роя Джонса, они дерутся. Был ли ты фанатом одного или другого в детстве? Смотрел такие бой?
Albatta men yoshligimdan oldingi intervyularimda ham aytib o'tganman. Shu Mayk Taysonni janglarini tomosha qilib, Mayk Taysonga haqiqatdan yoshligimdan o'xshashga harakat qilganman. Yoshligimdan ham. Chunki oldingi intervyularda ham ko'p aytganman. Mana shu Mayk Taysonni haqiqiy shu nimasiman, muxlisiman. Shuni nima qilishiga ishonaman.
Yeah, obviously, I always said before, like, Mike Tyson is the guy I watched first ever, and I always loved him, the way he fights and everything. So I was, even when I was a kid, I was trying to copycat him, you know, and do his moves and stuff like that. And him being the most dangerous, you know, man in the world, always kind of like, I love that energetic way he was going into the ring to seek and destroy. And me myself, I had more than 200 knockouts in amateurs, which is a lot. And people were calling me the Uzbek Tyson and stuff like that. So I also watched Roy Jones, who's an amazing fighter, great, probably greatest pure talent ever. But Mike Tyson is the guy I was, you know, admiring the most.
That's crazy. 200 knockouts in the amateurs. We don't see that nowadays. I mean, I don't think I ever heard of someone with that many knockouts in the amateurs.
Столько нокаутов мы не видим вообще, столько.
Albatta shu havaska boksda haqiqatdan shu musobaqalarga chiqsak, haqiqatdan bitta ikkita kamida shu nokautga uchratardim. Ana shu degan qismiga ko'p. Bundan haqiqatdan ham murabbiylarimiz ham hayron qolishardi, ishonishardi. 100% shu har bitta chiqqan musobaqamda shu nokaut qilib bunaqa kelardim. Albatta o'shaning uchun haligi o'zimizni kattalarda bir marta tushgancha keyin o'zimiz chempionatlarga ham qo'ymagan, o'zi bolalarni mayib qo'yasan degan gap so'zlar ham tarqagan. Faqat ana shu chetdagi musobaqalarga olib chiqqan. Aksariyat shunday qilganman.
Yeah, so it is with the knockouts. It's so there was tournaments that I would have 5-6 fights and finish all of them in the first, second round with the stoppages on the national tournaments and stuff like that. So and all the coaches, everyone was in shock, like never seen nothing like that and happening, you know. Just fighters getting stopped by one, you know. But then later they just stopped. They didn't license me on the national tournaments because they didn't want kids to get hurt. You know, the other kids. I was number one without any tournaments. They didn't make me challenge for that number one spot because obviously there was no one other to compete. And yeah, that was crazy. I only fought international since. That's why I don't have as much fights as I could have had, you know, because I wasn't let. They didn't let me fight on the nationals, and I only went to the international fights. Yeah, obviously international fights is a higher level. That's why I only had 200 knockouts. Otherwise, I would have 350 or something.
They had to restrain his power a little bit in the national level, but release him for the international tournaments. Finally,
Отдыхал на национальных, нужно было ронять на international.
Finally, if he has a message to all the Uzbekistan fans, all the American fans, and all the Mexicans who are going to be tuning in on Friday, August 28th, when he fights Tampa.
Что ты хочешь сказать узбекским фанатам, мексиканским фанатам, американским фанатам, всем фанатам в мире, что хочешь сказать о боксе?
Albatta barchaga nima deydi, o'zimdan ta'zim bildiraman va albatta barcha muxlislarimni shu o'zimni chiroyli janglar bilan, nokautlar bilan ham shu oldimizdagi jangimizda bundan keyin ham Xudo xohlasa xursand qilib kelaman. Albatta shuni sizlarga tashlayman, barchaga o'z minnatdorchiligimni bildiraman. Xudo xohlasa barchalarini mana shu ishonchni oqlab chempion bo'lamiz, Xudo xohlasa.
Thank you so much to everyone who supports boxing. In Uzbekistan, boxing is the #1 sport. They love boxing. They follow and support us every single time we're fighting. They're praying for us. All around the world, thank you to all the boxing fans watching and supporting us. We need that. We love your support. And as far as me, I'm gonna bring excitement to the ring, and I'm gonna do always everything possible just to make crowd pleased and you know, enjoying my fights. Thank you so much, and I'll hope to fight for the world title soon.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for the time. We look forward to seeing you back in action. Bektemir, Ali, thank you so much for the help.
Thank you
We'll
so
see
much.
you at the next one. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one. Saludos.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are safe at home in quarantine, but don't forget to subscribe here at Fino Boxing and follow my personal one at Adriana_sports. And guess what? We're gonna knock out this coronavirus. Bop, bop, bop. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe here to Fino Boxing and follow us at all our social media platforms at Fino Boxing, and my personal one is at Adriana_sports. Enjoy.